Hi, this is P.R. Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I'm going to talk about the healthcare in Singapore. I came out with a video, Tax Terrorism in India. Please remember, it was not my statement. That's what most of the people feel. And then some people started comparing. Sir, you go to Europe countries or US, the taxation is 40% and here is less. Okay, number one, all over the world, personal taxes are higher. Even in US, the corporate tax is, I think it is less than in India. So that leave it. But some countries may be charging more tax, but they may be charging more tax only on the direct tax, not indirect tax. Say for example, I'm just giving an example. If you are in US, let us say you make 5 crore profit, tax may be 40%. That means 2 crore is gone. You have a remaining 3 crore. With the remaining 3 crore, suppose you want to buy a Benz S-Class car, okay, you will be able to buy 3 cars because each car is only 1 crore. Same thing if you do here. If you make 5 crore, okay, more than 5 crore, now your taxation is 42%, 2.6 crore, okay, then you want to buy a Benz S-Class, it's not 1 crore here, it's 2 crore. Why? Because the indirect tax is so high in India. And how many of you know, common man like you and me use the multi-utility vehicles, or what call it as SUVs, Mahindra XUV 700 or this kind of stuff. They're all common cars only. They're not very ultra luxurious. So there is a 50% GST for that, right? So indirect tax is also high. So there only direct tax is high, indirect tax is very, very little. So if you make a 5 crore, though tax is high in US, after the tax you can buy 3 Benz S-Class car. In India you can buy only 1. You cannot buy even 2. So that tells you, you don't look only at the tax percentage, but you have to see as a whole package. Now, coming to on top of all these things, you are paying so much tax, but what is it you are getting in return? So what is the healthcare? What is the education, right? So, that is a question. So I'll give you this incident, what has happened to one of my friends. So he was a permanent resident of Singapore. So he was working in Singapore and he wanted to invite his father. So his father came from India. Then suddenly, don't know what has happened. So the father has actually collapsed. So immediately he was taken to the hospital. So he was admitted in ICU. So the bill started coming. The bill was very high. My friend, he was a little bit disturbed by looking at the huge bills because the medical cost is very, very high. And especially since his father was a tourist, he did not have the insurance. So here is the learning point. Even as a tourist, if you are going to other countries, make sure that you have a travel insurance. Because if something happens to you there, the medical expenses will be very high. So what he told the doctors, this fees is so high, I cannot afford. Please discharge him. I will be taking him to India. The doctor told him, no, we cannot discharge. Why? Because the patient is in a critical condition. He will not be able to travel to India. He cannot take the flight. He cannot even take the taxi. So the condition is so critical. Then he said, I don't have the money to pay. Then doctor said, you have the money to pay or you don't have the money to pay, that has nothing to do with us. We are doctors. Okay? You have got money, you don't have the money, that is between you and the accounts department. We have nothing to do with that. So for us, one patient has come and he is in a critical condition. No matter what happens, we will have to treat him. Then, my friend, he consulted his friends. Then he did not pay the fees. The father was, for about 1 month, he was in ICU. The total bill came out to about to be 1 crore in Indian currency, but he did not pay even a single dollar. He did not pay even a single rupee. But the hospital has never stopped treating the patient. So the doctor said, you are paying the fees, you are not paying fees, that is not our problem. Okay, that's between you and accounts department. The patient has come, we will treat. So his full treatment was given. He was completely cured. So he was discharged after 1 month. Okay, then the accounts department asked him to pay the money. So he said, the fees is so high, I cannot afford to pay. Then the accounts department said, okay, you need to justify that you cannot pay. So otherwise we have to send our legal advisor will be talking to you. Then he consulted some of his friends. So some of his friends told him, okay, you go and look at local MP. Right? Not like India. They are all, meeting an MP is very, very easy. So he went to meet the MP. So MP listened to him. So he said, okay, fine. He inquired everything. So my friend, he was actually getting $15,000 as a salary, right? Per month, his salary was $15,000. In Indian currency, it's about 10 lakh rupees. So naturally, you cannot say, I cannot pay even 1 rupee. So then MP asked, so what is your salary? How much is the hospital bill? Then he said, no, I have a good salary, but the thing is, I have commitments, I have a car, I have a housing loan, this and that. So then MP told him, okay, see, your total bill is 1 crore. Okay, so what you do, every month you pay 1 lakh rupees over a period of 100 months without any interest. So your total hospital bill is 1 crore. You pay 1 lakh rupees every month for 100 months. 100 months is almost like 8-9 years. Right? So you don't have to pay any interest. So this is the maximum I can do it. Then he has agreed. He came back. Then the hospital also told him, okay, fine. No, you can pay 1 lakh rupees every month. I'm just converting everything into Indian rupees. So what has happened is in Singapore, it was in Singapore dollar. Then he consulted his friends. I don't want to pay this money also. What will happen to me? Then his friends advised him, even if you don't pay, nothing will happen. But you must understand that, you are getting a very good salary. Your salary is about 10 lakh rupees a month. So you don't want to pay this money also. Okay. Nothing may happen, but when your permanent residency coming for renewal, the government may not renew your permanent resident. But that means, you owe the money to the government of Singapore and you are not paying. Then how the government will renew your PR? So PR has to be renewed once in every 5 years in Singapore. So then his friends told him very clearly, you have got a choice. You don't pay, your PR will not be renewed. So you will have to lose the job. You have to go back to India. Or, you keep the job, make 10 lakh rupees salary every month and pay 1 lakh rupees to the hospital. So he was scared that his PR may be cancelled. So then what he started doing? So he started paying that 1 lakh rupees every month so far. Here, even at the end of the story, you may still feel that, my friend may be, was in trouble. Okay, remember, his father was a foreigner, right? So if it is foreigners will be treated separately, permanent residents will be treated separately, citizens of the country will be treated separately. Say for example, I am a Singapore citizen. If tomorrow anything happens like this, so if I show that I cannot pay, then they will waive it off. And there are a lot of, welfare organizations, they also come in to help. In fact, in 1994, first time when I went, just within 1 week, one of my female colleague, she also came from India. She was also just only 1 week old to Singapore. She suddenly fell sick, very big problem. So I took her to the hospital. So the bill started coming, was rising. So I was a little bit worried how we are going to pay the bill. I was just talking to the nurse. We just came to Singapore. We are new to Singapore. We just came last week, but this has happened. I don't know how we are going to pay the bill. The bills are so high. Then she said, sir, you go to this particular place. Okay, there'll be one Australian lady will be sitting there. You just talk to her. I didn't even know why she was talking like this. I went there and, so I talked to that Australian lady. Then she said, okay, fine. Okay, you don't have to pay even a single rupee. Okay, once you are getting discharged, you can just leave. We will pay the bills. She is a volunteer from one of the welfare organizations. What we are thinking, most of the advanced countries, the medical bills are very high, but at the same time, they do take care of their citizens. But can you imagine here, there was a Tamil movie, where, there was a scene, a patient is already dead. The dead body they keep in ICU and they keep on charging money from the patient, from the relatives of the patient. So it is not actually the taxation. Okay, there are so many countries in the world where the taxation is higher than India. Okay, but one thing is that how much direct tax you are paying. Number two, how much indirect tax you are paying. How much tax you are paying through the petrol prices, right? That is an indirect tax. Here, there are three things. Number one is the direct tax. Number two is the indirect tax. And number three, what you are getting when you pay so much of a tax. Now, after listening to this story, many people may say, yes, sir, in India also the government hospitals are free. But, have you ever visited a government hospital? Sometimes I visited, that the beds are not clean, clothes are not clean, right? So, at least, somebody who is paying a tax or somebody who is paying, more than, 10 lakh rupees tax per annum, they may be given some special ward where at least, things are much better. The conditions in the hospitals are so pathetic in India, right? How many government officials or how many, ministers, politicians, when they fall sick, they go to the government hospitals. Uniformly, they go to private hospitals, right? But if you go to Singapore, okay, if I don't tell you that this is hospital, if you look at the building from the outside or you look at the reception, you will not be able to find any difference between a 5-star hotel and a hospital. And that is the kind of cleanliness and everything is done. So, just to conclude, it is not only the taxes are high in India. So, direct taxes are high, indirect taxes are high. And then after paying so much taxes, okay, do you get any medical health care or do you get any good roads? You can buy a Benz, but you cannot buy the road. The road has to be constructed by the government. And people around Chennai, you should know, from Chennai to Kanchipuram, there's a highway and they are collecting the toll. I can tell you, if you have to give an award for the worst road condition in the entire world, okay, that award will go to this Chennai Kanchipuram highway. And so many potholes, so many things, right? And they are collecting the toll. And the funny thing is that, there was one toll where they have collected, say 100 rupees, only 5 rupees came into the accounts. Remaining 95 rupees is missing. And when they were questioned, they say 95% of the cars are government cars, they did not pay the toll. So can you believe all these things, right? So that can happen only in India. People just say for joke, one Indian politician has gone to US, right? And US politician's house, very big house. So he said, oh, wow, so big house. That US politician did not answer. He just opened the window. He just showed a finger. So there was a bridge. Okay. So then the US politician said like this. So that means the US politician took 5% commission in the construction of the bridge. So that's why his house was so big. Then after that, the India politician came back to India. After some time, that US politician came to India. So he visited India's politician house, which was like a palace. This time, US politician was astonished. He said, how come you have so big house? Then Indian politician did not answer. He opened the window, showed the finger. And then this US politician looked into the window, there was nothing, right? Then Indian politician said 100%, right? So this is the difference between politicians in other countries and politicians in India, right? So the road conditions are so pathetic, because everywhere, it's the money collected is not being utilized to develop the infrastructure properly. So anyway, so let us hope. When I'm talking like this, many people may interpret this as if I'm against BJP. Okay, I'm not against BJP and I am not against any other party. So whichever party came, the India has been like this only. So therefore, it's not particularly targeted to any party. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.